Gundam fans, this is Big Ed 2008 and I would like to present to you a review of Gundam Barbatos. I am hopefully correct in saying this is first form Barbatos, but here we go. This model kit stands approximately 8 inches high. As you can see, the predominant colour on this model kit is main body white, standard Gundam colours to be quite honest for a hero suit, yellow V-fin, yellow vents, there, yellow highlights on the knees, and grey for the shield, although that is sometimes depicted as a pale grey blue colour. I have yet to customize it as yet. There are pink highlights here and and here on the chest, and he also has red feet. This mobile suit has been highlighted by myself along with some custom colour additives, so we'll bring them forward a little bit. So all the highlights, as you can see, around the knee, the joint, etc, etc, along there. These parts here and here have been custom coloured by myself. I felt at the time, and still do, that it needed something a bit more than its standard colours. Now, raise the arm up. As you can see quite clearly, there's an exceptional joint in there. Basically allows it to shoulder itself in the side of the head. I custom coloured here and here with a dark grey and a red colour. Lower his arm. The Barbatos comes with a number of accessories. I will demonstrate them momentarily, but let's cover the articulation, shall we? We'll go side to side first. So he has some forward motion, some back motion. He kind of got a good hip thing going. He's very thin. Let me move his arm up. He's very thin. It looks almost emaciated. Basically, he looks like a skeleton, which is very poignant, I think. Rotational articulation is all the way round. He has no side-to-side rocking motion on the hips. His shoulders, as demonstrated, go up one joint, then click from in here up, allowing it to go further. He has full rotation there. This is actually to allow for this arm to be replaced with another arm, which I will demonstrate momentarily. Now, arm articulation is only about that far, but if he had beam sabers on his shoulder, it would be more than enough. He has standard Gundam polycap wrist articulation, and they wiggle, etc. His head, similarly to his waist, can go all the way around, and he has forward and back. This doesn't really have much of the chicken head motion that is demonstrated on a lot of the videos, but it's quite typical. He has the side skirts, the ones that I custom painted, front skirts which are joined just under this cap there, and he excuse me, he has no back skirts. Hip articulation, as you can see, you can kick quite high on the side. If you look in there, it's a standard pin joint with a polycap there which allows that. Forward is governed by the front skirt, and back again is governed by the rear skirt. Knee articulation, you can go that far before the first joint as the first joint, then you can go further. Let me move his leg forward. Voila. Just to warn you now, my cat is coming into the room, so you can probably hear him scraping about. Ankle articulation, I apologise, is a little odd, even though I do think it's pretty cool. He has back that far, forward that far, that part moves, then you can actually have him tiptoeing. I think this is a common theme with the additional frames and armor points from the other versions of both Barbatos and some of the other Gundams in the series. Right, what have I missed? Oh yes, I forgot he can do that. But yeah, he can twist his hip out of joint, as well as sort of like the forward and back. His shoulders actually have a joint which I forgot to show you, which allows them to go back. They're on a ball joint as well, as you can see. So you've got a bit of forward motion, a bit of back motion. His articulation is excellent. He also has what I would loosely term a sort of pseudo inner frame. Even though it's not obviously as articulate as, say, a master grade kit or a real grade kit, it's really rather impressive, if I'm honest. Now, this is the first model kit that I've done for a little while, and it's the first model kit that I've put the effort into customize. So there's a few points, mainly on other parts, which I'll show you in a second. They show his, basically, all the highlights that I've done here are more prominent on the additional components. And here he is with his badass armor. Now, as you can see, his shoulder armor has high articulation. You can fold it right up. Now, some of the enhancements that I've personally added to this was, as you see here, there's yellow. On the original model, that is not coloured. There isn't even a sticker there, which is a little bit disappointing. But thankfully, I've got Tamiya yellow paint, specifically XF3 flat yellow, which fits perfectly for this model. I've also highlighted the pink in here with a mix of Tamiya flat red and flat white, and I've added colour here and here, both grey, and as you can see, these 2 points on his backpack are where that rather awesome looking weapon and his katana will sit when it's in storage mode. Speaking of, sort of rotate his arm a little bit like that. As you can see, he is a badass model kit. I don't know what you call that. A giant mace, maybe? It's nearly as tall as he is. And to be fair, his katana is nearly as tall. As you can see, they're a bulk grey colour. So at some point in time, I might get my gunmetal colours, or metallic grey, or chrome silver, or something along those lines, and just start doing some touch-up coloration on the weapons. But yeah, I like the design. When I first saw this design, I was obviously quite sceptical. I think, to be fair, everyone's quite sceptical when they first see this design. I thought, oh, fucking hell, that's not a Gundam, like everyone else would huff and puffle about. But, no, I thoroughly enjoyed building this kit. His average build time, it took me, with all the highlights and everything that I've personally added to it, I'd say 6 hours. But I took it slow because it's the first one that I've done it to for a while. Now, before anyone points this out, I am more than aware that my paint scheme and stuff like that is not perfect. This is the first model I've done this to forever, it feels like. So, thanks very much for pointing out. Oh, sorry, also, there are these parts which I'm not gonna lie, I'm not entirely sure what they're for. There's 2. Yeah, if you know, let me know. If not, I think I might just keep him in this pose, to be quite honestly, sort of like, very much sort of like bring it on mode. Yay. Right, oh yeah, that's his arm. The spare arm. Right. That is the end of this review. Out of 10, I'm gonna give this guy a 9 out of 10. I enjoyed the new mini inner frame that he's got. Very reminiscent of extremely old Gundams. but obviously done with a newer format. I've heard, I'm not entirely sure how true this is, but the baseline inner frame that this guy has is actually going to be a sort of a universal frame which will be used throughout the high-grade Iron-Blooded Orphans Gundam series. I kind of hope there is some variation, obviously, with the different armour. I do know that armour pieces from some of the other Gundams and other mobile suits can be utilised to a degree on this model kit. Like I said, 9 out of 10. If you like this video, please click the like button below, please click the notification button below, and subscribe to my channel. For more content like this and more model kit reviews, please stay tuned to Big Ed 2008. Thanks very much, everyone. Bye bye.